Hello, hello. Yes, I am here. I am live. Hello. Hiya, how are you? Yeah, yeah. I thought I would open my stream with this beast here. So this is the McFarlane new Space Marine toy. Fully articulated. This is the paint your own Space Marine. So yeah, he comes in grey. So you can paint him yourself in whichever chapter you wish. I'm not going to paint him today, but I thought I would show him off. He's like fully articulated, so his arms move, his hands move, his legs, so you can put him in whatever pose you want. This comes off should you want to do some customization to it. And I thought I would show how big it is. So that's a normal Space Marine. So there's that. I don't think it is. It's quite a matte plastic, but you can see there's some shiny bits on this part here. So I'm not sure if it is pre-primed. Yeah, I would be tempted to like prime as I go, maybe. I need to have a look online and see what I've seen other people have it, so I don't know if they've primed it yet. But yeah, pretty cool. Big gun. Yeah, so someone bought this for me off of my Amazon wish list. And yeah, I'm really excited to have a play with it. I'm probably going to do it like the brightest, gayest, rainbowest, glittery colours that I can find. It's going to be amazing. Yeah. It's probably going to be the chapter of gay. It's just going to be rainbows and glitter and wonderfulness. I'm sorely tempted to give it a unicorn horn and possibly sculpt some sort of Mohican as well, so it can go along with my pansexual chaos marine. But yeah, I might try and do some sculpting of some sort of mohawk and unicorn, but I'm not very good at sculpting, so that will probably go terribly. Yeah, I have heard on Twitter someone said, yeah, look up the Rainbow Warriors. So I may look at the Rainbow Warriors, see what they do, and then see how I can adjust it to make it look more like what I want, because it's going to sit on my desk. But yeah, pretty cool. I just wanted to show it off. I'm not going to be painting it today. It needs priming, as said. But yeah, it's like a cool gun, and it does come with a base, but the base is only like big enough for 1 foot. So I'm going to get like a bigger base for him. That is him. Where can I put him? I've got no space anywhere. My desk is so full. So today I just thought I would do like a hangout and hobby type thing. So I've not got anything specific like that I need to get finished. So I'm just like plodding through things. So I thought I'd paint something for a bit, and then when I get bored, I'll paint something else and just keep going. Hey Phil, hello. Thanks for popping by and saying hello. But yeah, he is a chonky boy, and I'm very excited to paint him up. Yeah, so I'll show you some of the stuff that I'm probably going to be like trying to do. I've got my own little Necromunda gang that I'm currently building that I was bought for my birthday. So I've managed to finish the first in the group, and she's very cool. So I've sort of gone for a green material with orange leathers, and then sort of a pinky orange metallic for the parts there with sort of a brushed gold on all of the weaponry, with just a rusty base. And then I put a double base on it to make it a bit higher, and I'm going to put I've got some old necklaces I'm going to put around it as chains, and then just like paint over them. So it's going to have like chains around the bottom of the bases, which is it's a bit wonky, but it's okay because it will be covered. But yeah, so I'm just building my Escher team up at the moment. I've done like the base for like the main gang, so they've all got their green on. So I'm going to be doing some extra bits on those today as well. I'm finding like if I do the base on all of them and then I just focus on one, and yeah, and you can see I've added some weird bits to them because why not? I also have all of my unprimed ones as well. So I have my Death Maidens here, and my Kiddies, and my Wild Runners, and then this one. And then I was sent some extra like bits so I could make some more. So this one, she's got a bird on her shoulder. So I've got like a whole load here that don't have bases, but have been built. So I need to get some more Necromunda bases. This Death Maiden, she is, I'm going to cut that off with the base. I'm just keeping it on there for the moment. But she's going to be sort of leaping off the base. So she's going like this big long cloak. And then, yeah, some extra ones. I don't know how to play Necromunda yet, but I'll learn. I've just got to get my main base, my main team done. So yeah, I've got the whole squad, and then I'll work from there. But yeah, I really like her. She came out really well, and I'm just painting them to like tabletop standard because they're just for me for playing, learning how to play. But they're pretty cool. They've all got sort of grey skin. It shows it off much better than my camera shows it off, like my back camera. You're painting Escher as well. Yay. Wonderful. We can paint Escher together. Yeah. Is there a dupe set for Escher? I don't know. I'm not really I don't know anything about Necromunda at all, apart from I really wanted these figures because they were really cool, and so I got them for my birthday. I haven't really read the rule book all the way through yet. I've read like the beginning bit that tells me how to like what the Escher gang are, but that is it. So I don't really know. Other things I have to build. I got sent some a couple of the new Necron Skilly Bobs. So I'm going to build and paint them up at some point because I just like them. I think they're cool. I also have Lagatha for the Painting Lagatha challenge. So she's just been primed up. So I'm going to do some painting on her today. And I have one of my 3D printed things that's going into my shop. So he's just been primed. It's kind of a bit speckly. Don't know why. But yeah, I'm going to paint him up as well. So that I can put him into my shop. What else is going on? You can probably hear I've got my 3D printer on at the moment. I'm printing out just some bits from one of my friends who makes these adorable anthropomorphic miniatures. So this here is a squirrel bard, and he sits on a chicken bear. See, I've had to fill in some gaps there. But at some point I want to get these guys done and painted up. I've got some otter wizards by him and some extra bards, and I'm just printing off some squirrel monks. which is cool. And yeah, I've been printing off some other stuff. All this white stuff here, I realized is when I cure it with my curing machine, but I haven't let the alcohol dry properly. So these lumps here they're not like, they're just sort of stain it a little bit, but they're fine. It's just, it's not pretty. But yeah, it's just where there's a little bit too much alcohol that was still on the sculpt before I cured it. But this is a really lovely sculpt by Creepy Tales. They make really beautiful busts, but I can never afford them. And they do this one as a STL, so I thought I would give it a go. And it came pre-supported, and it printed out really nicely. Yeah, I've just got to give it like another brush over with some alcohol just to get all the bits off where I've scraped it, and then I can prime it and get started on that. Oh, I printed this off the other day as well. She's quite beautiful, sort of moth lady. So as you can see, I'm getting some really nice prints off of this new machine. Thank you everyone who helped out with that. Got some spoiders and some beholders. I have this orc lady. I've got to stick her arms on, but she's very cool. And I've got my Hero Forge as well. There's a Hero Forge me. These are for my patrons. So yeah, that just needs to be primed and I can get started painting on those now. That looks very cool. I also have this Sexy Mind Flayer, because I mean, who doesn't want to paint up a Sexy Mind Flayer riding a tentacle? I mean, what more could you ask for? Oh yeah, and I'm building this one as well, so I've got to do some fixing of the joins and that, but just like, she's got like robo arms and her legs cross over in front of her. But I've got to stick all that together. Oh, and I've got some Chaos pumpkin-headed marines to paint as well. So loads of stuff, so much stuff. Oh, I also said that I would do some like unboxing. I just got some really nice treats from Steamforged Games. So they sent me, very exciting, they sent me this Animal Adventures RPG set, which I got in the post today. For anyone who hasn't seen, they do like Dungeons and Doggies miniatures, and this was a Kickstarter a while ago. It's sort of an all-in-one set for 5th edition. So it has like a story and animals. I think this is a tiny little GM screen. Yeah, it's like a lovely little GM screen with all of the animals, and some tokens and some character sheets and the miniatures themselves, which I shall show you. I haven't got around to painting up any of my miniatures yet from this. I need to do that next week. So yeah, they're so tiny and small, but really cute. Designed by, sculpted by Russ Charles. They're adorable. There's the little cat ones. I like the little Sphinx cat. Like when I paint them, I'm going to take them off the bases and give them new bases. But yeah, this is the new starter set that is just out, I believe. So it sort of has everything if you want to play D&D with kittens and puppies. Little tokens. Yeah, so it also tells you like how to play if you're not used to playing the game. And there's like some maps as well. So it does have everything you need to like start playing as D&D puppies. Pigeons. And the other sets also you can get, I believe they come with, you can download character sheets for them as well. What I also got sent, which is very, very exciting, is this brand new thing from Steam Forge. It's so new, I haven't taken the plastic off of it. Epic Encounters. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're these sort of like all-in boxes for. Let me just see if I can lift that up a bit further. There we go. So they're these like all-in boxes that have everything that you need to play like an encounter in D&D. So it's all in the box, and it all fits nicely into the box as well. So you get like your adventure. It's a really nice artwork, and some maps. Then you have like your monster manual bit at the back, and it comes with big maps for your players, so you've got like your small ones for the DM to see, and then the miniatures themselves. So which all fit nicely together in the box. So all these monsters are included in the encounter, so you'll see them all. So yeah, basically you have everything you need to just run an encounter, and you can run it without painting the miniatures or with painting the miniatures. So I've got some time off next week. I'm going to do like a proper sit down and paint of them. This is the layer of the Kobold Queen, and it all fits very nicely back in the box, which is always a bonus. Try not the Kobold Queen, not layer. But this one is a beast. Oh, I swear I will get to painting in a minute. It's a Hangout, so we're doing nothing. So this one is the lair of the Red Dragon, and it's an absolute beast of a box. So again, it comes with some Kobold tokens, but you can use the tokens, you can use the miniatures from the other Kobold box. Some lava pools. Again, a two-sided map. It's really not, it's not paper, it's like plastic, what it is, but it's plastic coated, so it's going to last longer, it's not going to tear and rip. And again, there's your maps and your GM guide to the maps. And this absolute beast. Let me try and open it. So this one, when you build it, won't fit back in the box afterwards, because obviously you have to, if you're going to paint it, you're going to be wanting to attach the wings. So it's got some gold here, which I would go over and do some staining and things on. But it's going to need, I imagine, some heating up to get it to fit in properly. So just take a hairdryer to it and heat the plastic up, and then you should be able to clip it all into place. I will do that before the next session. But you can see it's massive. So again, for a size comparison, here's your Space Marine. Oh dear. Or your Hero Forge miniature. So yeah, really good for if you are someone who doesn't want to necessarily paint. It's there and you can put it in the box, take it back, carry it with you. But if you are someone who likes to paint, then it's going to be good fun. And I'm going to do that next week because I've taken a couple of days off work, so I'm going to do some painting. But there is those. We shall look at them further next week. Right, let's get started on some painting, shall we? Let's put this back down. Here we go. Okay, what should we get started on? I'm going to do start on this for a warm up. Just do some base colours, get in the flow of it again. So this is. We can focus on her. Can we focus? There we go. So this is Lagatha. She's from Bad Squirrel Games. One of the Shield Maidens. She does normally come with a puddle underneath her. I've cut the puddle off because I wanted to put a scenic base on. Yeah, I'm going to start by doing some base coating on her, I think, and then we'll move on to some Necromunda. Right, okay, so let's start with her cloak. I'm going to be using a mix of paints. If you want to know the particular paint I'm using at any time, just let me know in the chat. But yeah, I've got a huge selection of paints at the moment, so I'm just working through everything. I got for my birthday, thank you to Mitch. He bought me a paint shaker. It's actually for like test tubes in a science lab, but it works for paints as well. That's what that noise is. It works really well. It's so I'm gonna do a deep teal for this. Mainly because I really like this teal colour. That's a sword, isn't it? Don't paint that. So I was going to do this on my personal Facebook so that friends and people could join, but it doesn't let me view comments, which is something I found out in the last session. Because I did a stream and then afterwards I looked and saw that loads of people had commented, but because they commented on my personal page, StreamYard didn't let me see the comments, which is the software that I use. So it looked like less people were watching it than actually were, which was annoying. You can never have too many paints. That's true. Though finding somewhere to store them all is what's driving me crazy at the moment. Just realised that needs to be cut out. Let me put that in a second. Yeah, I don't really have any army painter anymore. I got rid of all my army painter. But yeah, I use Vallejo and Instar Paint and Citadel and they're my main one. Oh, and Turbo Dork for my metallics. But they're my main go-tos. Yeah, I keep the black and the white army painter, but the rest of them I don't. I gave them all to my brother. Because why did oh let me what oh there we go. Why did you drop army painter? I found that they didn't always give me the consistency I was after. So sometimes they dry very shiny, sometimes they need like a lot of shaking and a lot of layers on them. So like I felt like I had outgrown them. Like they're really, really great like starter ones, and I got like the big starter set when I first started painting. But for me, like I felt just the inconsistencies were annoying. I really like their like effects range, so like their slime and their rust and the blood and things. I like all of those, but yeah, I felt that they were a little inconsistent. But they're not bad. Like I didn't drop them because they're the worst thing ever or anything. Like they are a perfectly good paint. But if I had to choose, like if I was trying to save space, they were the ones I just decided I'd get rid of. And my brother needed some paints, so I gave him my collection because I had many, many, many. So yeah, painting this miniature, it's like there's a challenge going around. It's just for fun. Like there's no prizes or anything, but it's like just encouraging everyone to paint more and enjoy the hobby. So I thought I would paint along as well. I leave that layer to dry. Let's see. I'm going to work on a skin while that dries. Yeah, they just work for me. Like there's nothing bad about them. They have a huge range of colors, but yeah, there were other ones that I preferred. Like Instar, I don't have to thin them down. They're already at a really nice consistency, so I don't have to worry about that. I like the Reaper triads that they do. They're quite well designed. And again, already quite thin, so you don't have to like thin them down. But like I do use their white and their black because they're that little bit thicker. Like you get good coverage with them. So I do use the black and the white a lot still. And you know, the black and white you use loads of. So you might as well get a cheap one. I also use Instar do massive black and white as well, so I do have those. So she's also holding a shield, but hi Mike, hey! All my paints now are mixed bag. Some colours are just better than others. Oh, lost my mouse. Yeah, no, I agree. Still even use a few GW paints. I also love Vallejo Black, for example. Yeah, so I mean, I do really like the contrast paints. I say this on my Patreon a lot. Like, I really like them for glazes, and for adding like a bit of shadow. They're just that tiny bit like more vibrant than a wash. Though that being said, the army painter washes, I still use army painter washes, because I do really like those. But I use contrast paint as well for adding like depth and shadow to my colors, and for glazes, especially like glazes like oranges and yellows and things, which are really difficult to make yourself really well. So anyone who poo-poos the contrast paints is an idiot. Well, they're just maybe haven't used them. Because you can do so much with them. They're not just for like white base, put it on, bit of dry brushing, although that is also acceptable. Mm. I got to clean this mat underneath here. The camera keeps focusing on all the terrible speckled bits and not the actual miniature. That's very irritating. So, what have people got planned for the weekend? What's going on with everyone? There's talk that Nottingham will go into Tier 3 on Monday, so I mean, it doesn't really affect me too much because I am in my house. That's it. Hey! Hi, Claire. Hello. Hey, Greg. We got finishing up my October pumpkin boys. Amazing. I do want to see those. You should definitely also enter them into my GeekGirl All Halloween competition as well. Ah, well, thank you for popping in, even if you can't stop by. Yay, Spoopy Sophie. Oh, I think I've got one of those actually. Oh, haven't even thought about painting that. Oh, next Halloween I'll do that. There's always so many things to paint. Like as soon as Halloween's over, I'm going to have to actually start thinking, oh, I've got so many Christmas ones that definitely last year I was going to paint up in time for Christmas and forgot. I've got like a really cool like Krampus and like a diorama that I want to paint up. And last year I totally missed the mark. So maybe this year, who knows? Right, there's some blonde hair. I'm not sure if this is all her hair or if some of it is like fur. I'm going to do some of it as fur. Come on, focus. There we go. I need to get something on here to hide that. Maybe I just need to paint over the whole thing in black again. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything else with it. Maybe later on this evening I'll just paint it all black. Put far too much water in my water pot. It's very irritating. What sort of pattern should I do on this cape? Some sort of terrible tartan monstrosity. Not saying that tartan is a monstrosity that I can't paint tartan. But sure, let's try some tartan. kind of looks like what I was going for. Kind of. They're sort of straight lines. Oh. Oh, that's a very, very not straight line. So do a little bit of fixing on that. Right, and now I'm going to use the same yellow I used for her hair. Oh shit. I mean, damn. Trying not to shake. Oh, that's slightly better than I thought it was going to be. That's awkward. Ah, the base gets in the way of my straight line. I have to do. I think I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of green. Dark green. And then I'm going to let it dry, and then I'll do a glaze over it. That's pretty good, actually. Shh, don't tell anyone I said that about my own work. Oh, there we go, nice little bit of tartan. It would focus. Remember, this is just my warm-up as well, like. Okay, so I just put some shade on the blonde hair because that will need to dry. Anyone who's seen me do blonde hair before, like, I just do the same thing every time. Blonde, then a light brown wash over it, and then I will go back over it with a slightly lighter yellow for highlighting. Just gives it a bit of depth. And I'm just going to use a little bit of the same shade just over the eyes and the mouth and under the nose. Again, just to accent those areas, and when it's dry I'll then go over with the lighter skin colour as well. Then I'm going to do a quick glaze over the okay, probably this. So I'm going to use some Talisar blue contrast. I'm just gonna. This is quite blue, so I'm also gonna thin it down just a little bit with some contrast medium. So this one. So just like equal amounts of the two. Just make it a little bit thinner. And this glazing it like this helps to have all the colours like sink into each other. It looks less like paint on top of paint. Oh dang, look, that bit's part of a cape and I haven't even painted it. Do it a little bit darker under here to add, because that's going to be dark because of the shadows. Might need to do that a couple of times just to make it sink in, but and I haven't painted that bit at all, so I'm going to have to do that. Curses. Wait for that bit to dry as well. Let's choose her. So she's got some armour on, so some chainmail, so that's going to be black. Possibly I'm going to stick with the same sort of colours, so like this and the green, because then it will go with the cape. It's slightly lighter yellow. So it's braids. I might do another hobby hangout tomorrow. I'm going to do some painting during the morning after I wake up. But I've got an interview with Tristan Palmgren, one of our authors, at 4 o'clock tomorrow. If you're a Marvel fan or a Tristan fan, then they are having a chat with me. Oh, let's pour the last of the coffee. It's not going to be very warm at all, is it? No, it is not. Lukewarm. Right. Let's close those before I tip those over everything. Right, I'm going to do the grey for the sort of the wolf pelt. Ian does some really nice like scenic resin bases. I heartily recommend a visit to his shop if you are looking for sort of easy scenic bases rather than building your own. It has some, you know, more like historical ones, more like battle ones, and like more fantasy ones. Oh no. Well, thank you, Greg, for popping by. Enjoy the rest of your Friday work. Yeah, I booked this afternoon off so that I could just do some painting. But thank you for coming by. It was nice to see you. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming for. Might be another couple of hours. Who knows? But yeah, I'll see you again soon. Bye. Right. Still needs to dry. Still wet. Right, they're going to be brown. Boots are going to be brown. Let's get that. It's kind of like a greeny brown colour, that would be. It's not mixed very well. Let's try it again. Hey Chris, hey, I am painting up. This is Lagatha. She's from Bad Squiddo Games. Annie, who you played some Tales from the Loop with. Yeah, they're doing like a little painting challenge just over on Twitter, sort of just to paint her up, get your creative juices flowing. So yeah, she's my warm up for the day before we move on to my Necromunda, Escher girls. Oh, this paint is not mixing properly. Oh, there goes that idea of it's rubbish. I don't like that paint at all. Yeah, one of Annie's things. Yeah, and then we're going to move on to my Necromunda gang. I painted her at the beginning of the week, so I'm going to do the rest of the gang. That tartan, yeah, if you if you rewind, you'll see the tartan was a yeah, it's not as it's a little bit wonky, but and then I realised that I'd missed out this bit here completely, so I'm just waiting for the blue to dry so I can paint that bit in tartan as well. That's better. Because this is on a puddle, it's a bit high off of the actual base, so I'm gonna add some, like I purposely tried to put it near this like rough rubbly bit so I can put some texture down there and make it look like it's not quite so high off the base. Oh, my necromunda, she looks scary. Yeah, so they're like Escher girls. So the whole group of them, they're just females. The men have all sort of died out through stupidity, and they rule on their own. House of Blades. Oh yeah, she's pretty cool. The other ones. So it's like, how many of them? 2, 4, 6. There's 10 of them in the main gang. So they're all going to sort of have the same base colours, and then like each of them will have like different patterns on them. Like different animal print and stuff, but they'll all be part of the same gang, so they've got the same hair and the same colourings. Yeah, yeah, House of Blades are definitely an accurate uh, foreshadowing of things to come. This one is my favourite of the main group. She's like the matriarch. She's got like this needle gun and these cool whips with a skull on it. I added the skull, but she's pretty cool. She's got like this cool cloak, this cool like general's jacket that's just casually over her shoulders. Which is good fun. But there's also these. This is the Death Maiden. She's really cool. She's got, like a shroud over her face, and, like these nasty claws. Look at those boots. Oh, look at those boots. All right, okay, let's try and do that little bit of tartan up here. Watch me mess this up real bad. yeah, the Death Maidens are the reason I wanted to actually get this gang, because I saw their spiky heels and their nasty claws and was like, oh yes, that is the team for me, thank you. They were a birthday present. The one thing I do find when I'm using contrast and I mix them a little bit for contrast medium, like they dry shiny. It's very irritating. But I mean, I'll spray it with some matte spray, but it's like, why? Because that's dry. Like, but it just always dries really shiny. I need to get that that blacker than black paint, I think, to paint over this mess, because it just keeps focusing on that. If I have the blacker than black, then it's not going to pick up anything until I inevitably spill white paint all over it. Right. I really like this snake bite leather. This is very nice. Please tell me you're going to cosplay as one when you actually play with them. Oh, that would be cool. I'm not sure I could get my hair up in that sort of mohawk, but if I can, I will. That would be fun. Going into play it and I turn up wearing the same outfits. That would. Maybe I'll win by distraction. I won't actually have to learn any of the rules. Yeah, black 2.0 is very expensive. So yeah, I'm probably not going to buy it because it's like £30 for like this size, which is ridiculous because this was like £4. So yeah, I don't know. I might just, you can get that chalkboard paint. I might just get that instead because that's pretty matte and black. Like, I don't have to paint the whole thing, just enough for the screen, just because it keeps focusing on all of these bits and not the miniature. I'm gonna put brown in the pelt, same brown I used in the hair. rather than black because it'll make it go too dark. Leave that to dry for a moment. Still can't get past how fast you paint these minis. It takes me like all day to get as far as you've gotten with this one without the tartan. Oh, well, I mean, this is just a warm-up one, so I'm not taking a lot of time with it. But it's all just like knowing the tricks and, you know, techniques. It's not... and it's just practice as well. Like, you know, I paint a lot, and if I go too slow, then I'm never going to finish any of the things I've been paid to finish. So I have to go a bit fast. But like, there's some stuff that does take me forever. Either I'm just like not feeling it, or like, so she took me like all evening. That one necromunda. And I was like, well, but you sort of have to do them, I find, at least one at a time. Oh, this bloody paint. Oh, I can't be bothered to sit there and shake that for 20 minutes. Like, It's better. Oh, still really thin. Irritating. Yeah, some bright orange trousers. Don't worry, we'll make them less orange. After it's dried, they're going to need a couple of layers because there's some blue showing through. Alright. I think I'm going to do the arms the same orange, and then a slightly lighter grey. Chris, I don't know if you saw earlier, but I got sent some stuff from Steam Forward for their epic encounters for D&D. Don't know if you've seen their like announcements of that stuff, but they sent me some. I'm going to be painting them next week. They're very cool. They sent me the kobold layer and the red dragon. They also sent me the starter set for the animal adventurers, so the doggos and dungeons. Oh, that coffee is very cold. I need to put that away from me so I don't drink it. Right, now we're going to add some black bits to the bits that we're going to go metallic. Hey! Hey, Boomba! Oh, I've seen the big red dragon mini pop up on my feed, and I was thinking of getting, we'll probably need one for my homebrew campaign for the future. Yeah, it's really cool. Like, if you if you go sort of further back at the very beginning, I sort of did a little unboxing because they sent them to me today, so I hadn't seen them. But yeah, the dragon's really cool, and it comes with like an adventure, so with sort of all the monster stats and everything as well, so you can play it straight out of the box with your team. Yeah, it's good fun. It looks like it's going to be fun. I'm going to have to prime it already, but right. Oh, I'm so annoyed at like how shiny that finishes when you glaze it. Hopefully I'll be able to fix it with some spray. Hey, hello, how are you? Thanks for coming along. Just having a chill hangout, doing some painting. This is just my little warm-up. Yellow. Orange. This is just a Griffhound orange contrast that makes a good wash over orange. Tones it down a little bit. And do some chainmail and the axe. Okay, let's see. We've got some questions. The main reason this would take me so much longer is that I have to keep waiting for bits to dry so I could go back over the bits I splodged into the wrong parts. And that comes with time. Oh, now I see why I started the metal stuff in black. Yes. So yeah, I always do the metal stuff in black first and then go over it because it makes the metallic shine that much brighter and also gives them some depth without making them look like very obviously metallic. I'm going to go over it all with a wash as well, but yeah, that is my main reason. Okay. What's the best cyberpunk sci-fi minis you have seen? Ooh. So I did some painting for a Kickstarter that was on a little while ago, and I can't by Fragging Unicorn. They did a recent Kickstarter, and they were really cool cyberpunk minis. That sort of sci-fi-esque. I haven't really seen a lot, mainly because I don't really paint cyberpunk. Well, I don't get asked to paint a lot of cyberpunk or sci-fi. But there was some Raging Heroes. I've got like a range, and they're pretty cool. But also some of the actual cyberpunk RPG minis that are being made by someone, can't remember who. They also look really cool. But yeah, it's quite difficult to find cyberpunk ones. I'm just trying to think like, you know, what there is. I'll keep looking at my Necromunda gang. I suppose like, yeah, the Necromunda is probably the closest to that sort of type. Which Mitchell line are they from? So this one is from Bad Squiddo Games. It is Lagtha on foot. You can also buy her mounted as well, sitting on a horse. But yeah, she's one of the shield maidens from Bad Squiddo. Would it be something I would paint? Yeah, I've got nothing against painting them, and I've done some painting of them, but it's not something that ever normally comes my way. A lot of stuff I get is fantasy based, but I mean, I do have, you know, my Necromunda, and I'll be doing those once I've finished like getting the colours onto her. I'm going to move on to my Necromunda crew. I like cyberpunk and sci-fi. You can use a bit brighter colours. They can be a bit garish in a cool sort of way. I also have these ones. So these are Raging Heroes ones. This is like the gang leader. I enjoy that she's got this giant robo arm, which is giving the finger, and this massive hammer. They're giving them like pretty off some little cyberpunk faces. Yeah, she's got like a chainsword and a big gun. So yeah, they're really cool. She's got a massive gun. Like, I don't even know how you'd hold that up. But they're really cool as well. So they're like, yeah, a bit cyberpunky. Oh yeah, and this one. This one's got Mickey Mouse ears on, and I just love her for that. Her name's Blondie. But yeah, she's got slightly broken Mickey Mouse ears. And she's very cool. Yeah, yes, it's from Annie. There's a painting competition going, not a competition, a challenge. You don't win anything, it's just for funsies, to paint this miniature up. It's called Painting Lagatha. But yeah, quite a few people are doing it, either mounted or footed. Oh no, I've just spilt my thing everywhere. Oh damn. Bear me a second. Oh no. Did not check that the lid was on that. gone over my wet paint. It's gonna ruin it. Sad face. I've literally just tipped half a bottle of wash over my desk because the top of it got stuck and I didn't look before I tipped it upside down. Oh well. Oh, I see, now it stays in place. Let's try that again. How frustrating. This is like just a dark brown wash, Agrax Earthshade. Just put it over the metallic bits, and then I'll do a little bit more highlighting once it's dry. Right. There's an old line called Future Warriors that my group used for our cyberpunk games. Oh, okay. Hopefully that helps out a little bit. I need to yeah, go and have a look for more cyberpunk stuff. Actually, like it's definitely like out of my comfort zone, but not like so much so that I wouldn't try painting it. Like I definitely want to try painting more stuff that is not just fantasy. Though I love fantasy stuff and like historical stuff. But you can't be quite so wild with your colours. I still struggle with this highlighting lark. It gets easy. The thing you have to sort of realise with highlighting is that you don't want to go like too much, because if you like, I would just use the colour that you use as a base and then add just a little bit of white to it, and then a little bit more and a little bit more. But you don't want to like over highlight. So it's always like a less is more type thing, rather than a more is more. Just going to use a little bit of it. So she's going to be holding a shield here. So you're not actually going to see a lot of her hand. I forgot to prime the shield, so that it's going to go there, like that. But I forgot to prime it, so that's going to have to be done separately. needs to dry a bit more. Can't reach the colour that I want, excuse me. Oh. Okay, I think this bit in the middle is like a leather bit. It looks sort of leathery. I'll paint it like a light brown. And then I might add some gold to the sort of the rings on it. Come on, focus on the right thing. Stupid camera. Oh, thanks for coming along and well, not enjoy the night shift, but thanks for coming along. Enjoy breakfast. Bye, guys. Right, I'm going to mute myself for just a second because I'm just going to give this a quick blast with a hairdryer because there are bits that are not drying. Bear me a second. And back. Right. Yep, I had to sheet there a little bit because those bits in there were just not drying. Right, I'm going to put a little bit of gold. Copper, really. Before I go back over it with a brown wash. Hey, Kern, hey! Hello! How are you? It's been forever and ever. Welcome to my live stream. Normally I don't do these during the day, but I took a half day today so I could do some painting. Just work has been very busy the last couple of weeks, so I thought I just need an afternoon where I can paint like guilt free, like I don't have to think, oh, I should be doing this or that. I can just paint for the joy of painting. Make that all silver, and then I can go over the bits that shouldn't be silver. — 2009. Yes, I think that's probably when we did last see each other. The last time I was in Nottingham. Yeah, I think, gosh, that's so long ago. I was going to say we should hang out, but of course we can't. Nottingham's about to go into tier 3 and we just can't. Oh well. Thanks for coming along to here though. Yay. Right, a little bit of different brown than the one I just used for the highlighting, for the shading. Right. Yeah, she's looking pretty cool. Wish that wasn't shiny. But I'll spray it, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. It's just irritating. Yeah. I think there is sometimes a stream, because it's streaming to both here and live on YouTube. There's sometimes a bit of a lag between me and, yeah. Apologies. And it's very irritating that I can't put it on like my personal page. Or I can, but I can't see any comments until after the fact. Like last week, I was like, oh, there's like hardly anyone here in chat. And then I look and it's like, oh, everyone has been talking on my personal page and I haven't seen a single one of those comments during the stream. So yeah, she's looking cool. I think I'm going to stop with her there. Things need to dry, and then I need to spray some stuff down, and I can do the base. But yeah, she's almost finished. Let's move on to some Necromunda. Let me tidy up these bits just quickly. I'm not going to need them all. Something I am very terrible at is the tidying up after a session. I'll come back like 3 days later and everything will still just be out, where I've sort of gone, okay, I've finished for today, bye, see you later. But then I don't come back to the table. When I'm back here, yeah, same with me. Like it streams live to YouTube because I can make it do that without too much fuss. But yeah, I find with YouTube it's afterwards that people watch the things, but it means that I don't have to upload it myself. It's already there. You don't have to worry about remembering to download it and then upload it, because it's not like I do any like tech stuff with it, because that would involve me having to learn how to do tech stuff. Right. Okay, so we're going to start on some Necromunda. So here's one I did earlier. She's going to have, I'm going to do chains all around the base as well, so the base looks really cool. But let's get started on the next one, which I think will be you. So, as I said earlier, I'm sort of following the same colour scheme for all of them, and then just like some bits will differ. So like some of the animal print on the skirts will change, and but most of it will sort of stay the same, so they look like one unit. Which is why they all have the same colour hair and such. So irritatingly, I had to, because I wanted really bright colours, I had to prime them white to get the brightness, and now I have to go back over with black and try not to ruin them. Quite fiddly. Oh, I do really like these Escher girls. They're very cool. they're like the only all-female group as well, so like some of the other gangs have, you know, like some females in, but not all female. So if you want an all-female gang, you either have to buy like loads of packs with that have the guys in as well, and then just take them out, or you have to go Escher. But it is fiddly. Yeah, so while I'm doing those bits, I'm going to be quite quiet because I'm going to be stressed. I'm going to keep this one close by so I can make sure that I'm painting the right bits. I've put like 3 of these onto paint handles, but I think I'm kidding myself. Like that one there took like all evening for me to do on Monday, and that was off camera. It was just me sitting thinking I gotta finish one. So basically the bits I'm painting in black now are either going to be metallic or they're just going to stay black. But I always put a black undercoat for metallics because it makes the metallics look better. Yeah, I've not painted that bit of the shoe at all. You're making me want to get the Age of Sigmar Tree Lord. Oh, I really like the Tree Lord. I've got my Age of Sigmar stuff. I've got some Nighthaunt and some Stormcast Eternals, but I don't know. I find the Stormcast Eternals very boring to paint. They're all sort of half done, and I just get bored. It's like, oh, gold, fun. At least, like, these Escher girls, although they have, like, you know, uniform to them, they're at least bright, fun colours. I suck at painting weapons. I never know how to paint them. I'm going to just copy the box art for the weapons because I am rubbish. It's got like a little loop on it, like it's meant to have a chain. Maybe I can add a chain to it. I've got like some broken necklaces and things that I've kept like over the years just for such a purpose. I haven't done her hair at all. God, I missed out loads of this. Right, this is what happens when you decide you're going to base like 10 figures all at once at 9 o'clock at night. Sorry if I don't talk much during this fiddly bit, because all of my brain concentration is going on making sure I don't mess this up completely. I think that's all the metallic-y bits and stuff. Yeah, she's got like a mask on. You have to keep referring back to this box as well. So this is the Escher gang. So yeah, so she's got like a silver mask on. So I should maybe do that black as well. Oh, I realise I haven't painted her. She's got like a little neckerchief on. I haven't done that at all. There's me like, oh yeah, she's finished completely. Right, let's fill in some of these gaps that we've very much missed. Orange leather, that's this one. Right, inside of there. Oh, I didn't do that. Oh my goodness, I'm so rubbish. obviously got distracted by the fact that I hadn't done the orange on one boot, but I then missed half of the other boot. Right, there's that bit. What's the time now? 3:30. Should I get some lunch in a bit? So, notice there's a couple of bits there that need covering up as well. I will actually do her cloak the same green as well. I'm in an iron about whether it should be the same colour. Oh, hold on. I do like the Stormcast. I prefer the yeah. Yeah, I have like some of the dryads, but sticking them together with all their skinny little hands, like I've stuck like one together, and that was like 3 years ago, and I was like, yep, that's actually enough for me. I'm fine not having to stick those together. At some point, I will put them all together, I'm sure. But for now, I am good not having to do that. I glued so much of my fingers to these models here. I'm just not good with the gluing. But yeah, the Stormcast, they're so boring. Like, it's like gold. And like they all look the same. So that's all tidied up. think maybe when the world stops being as it is, we should do a trip to Warhammer World. I think we're both like up the same end of, well, at least some last say that you may have moved since I was last here, but I'm up like the north end of Nottingham, so if you're also up this end, should hang out in there when we're allowed to again. Okay, I've got to paint her hair because I completely missed it. Yeah, as soon as it's safe to do again, we should hang out at Bergman's. So, I mean, it is open and you can book a place, but I'd rather wait until the world was a little saner. Now I've got this white out, I'm going to quickly add a few highlights. Right, okay, so that's the white bit of the hair done. Just going to add a bit of magenta. Oh, should have waited until that was more dry than it is. Right, I need to let that dry because it's that white was not dry and it's gone a weird colour pink. Right, let's quickly do her little neckerchief thing, and I want that to be a nice bright, ooh, like this colour, yeah. didn't put any. Right, let's quickly add another layer. Try and cover up that black that I spooshed on there. This cape didn't actually come with the Escher group. That was a bit of an extra night haunt that I had. I cut a bit of it to make the smoke on this one. So it had like smoke coming out of the gun. And then I used the rest of it to make her like a cape that's sort of flapping in the wind. I'm not very good at kit bashing, but that was my attempt there at least. I'm going to use this grip bound orange to add a bit of contrast to the orange leather. There's a hair randomly there. Well, it's nice to see you. Thanks for hanging out. I'm probably only going to go on till like 4, and then I will take a break so I can have something to eat, and then come back for an hour or so, a couple of hours in the evening. Thanks for coming along, though. It was nice to see you. Right. Let's put a bit more magenta. Right. Ooh. Right, okay. Let's do the pattern on her skirt then. So she's got like black leopard print. Rather than black, maybe just like a very dark blue.
Just the inside bit, and then I think I need a little break.
Right, so it's got some sort of green tiger print. Okay, let's try and finish this. Come on, we can do it.
And then break. Doo, doo, doo.
Right. Slightly brighter orange.
Let's do some metallics. And slightly gold, this one.
Hey, how things moved on from when I started painting, and you just used to blue tack the egg to a cork to avoid holding it. I do have that trick still. I have some corks, but I don't know. I've got like so many different handles as well. Like I like this one. It's quite thin, and this bit twists around, so I don't actually have to like just sort of twist it with your thumb as you're going around. I quite like that one. And then these ones I 3D print and sell in my shop. Oops, it's meant to come off, that's fine. It's like interchangeable, so I've got 3 different sizes. So yeah. Yeah. And just see, I'm not lying, it does have 3 different sizes and they all pop off. It's come along pretty good, pretty good. I was definitely going to go and have some lunch, but I thought I might as well just try and finish this, and then I can have early dinner instead. And a gin and tonic. Oh, nearly done. Oh no, just we could do our eyes.
Where's my this? Try not to spill it this time. There we go. Right, and a little bit of yellow. Oh, she's looking pretty cool. She's not finished yet, but you know, she's getting there. A little bit on that mask on her face. I've got to do her belt. Oh, thanks, Bella. Thank you.
Yeah, I like these girls because you can, have fun with them. And yeah, they're nice bright colours. I mean, she's not finished, but she's getting there. She's getting there. And I like this green. I like this green a lot. I'm a big fan of neon green. A little bit of pink metallic. A little bit bright red. She doesn't have any wires or anything. And I've just got this little shark's teeth. Right, I'm showing they're not shark's teeth because this is the underhive. They sort of look like shark's teeth. There, a tooth of some description. Maybe one of those crocodile, those gators. that the Goliaths have. Right, she is more or less done. There's probably, I need to do a base obviously, and I'm sure when I look at it again I'll have missed bits and have to come back to her. But there she is, she's pretty cool. Pew pew pew. Stabby stabby stabby. No, not stabby, she's got no knives. But yeah, she looks pretty good. Got a cool cape. Yeah, the base I'm just going to paint black and then just do a silver like dry brush over it, and then literally just dab on some rust and it sort of dries sort of orangey like that. So it looks all rusty, and then I'm putting chains around the bases. But yeah, she's done, and that's probably a good time to be like, hey, it's 20 past 4. I'm going to go have something to eat. So I've not eaten yet. But yes, thank you for hanging out with me, for keeping me company. I've no doubt that this is going to focus on her. I have no doubt that I'll be back again later on after I've had something to eat. Probably continuing to paint up the base and then move on to the next one. Not sure which one. This one, there's one with a stabby thing and a whole load of skulls on her waistband, which is cool. So yeah, thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you again soon. I do commissions. I do 3D printing and Hero Forge stuff. The link that's going on along the bottom of the screen there, the linktree/GeekGirl Bookworm, is you can find me everywhere. My Ko-fi shop, my Etsy shop, commission slots, etc. So yeah, if you are interested in what I do, want to see more of me, do come along, find me there, hang out with me on Twitter. But yeah, maybe I'll see you later on. Bye for now.